I've been thinking about what I want and what I don't want in life lately. And upon some reading on a book called The Secret, based on the law of attraction, there's a point where it's mentioned where it says the universe is impartial to what you feel about things. So whether it's a good thing, whether it's a good thought or a bad thought, it doesn't care. What it does care about is what you think about the most. So even if you're thinking, I don't want something to happen, but that's all that's on your mind, the universe takes that as a signal to bring more of that into your life, because that's what's so constantly in line with your frequency of mind. Now, I don't know if that's 100% true. I do believe it though, because from personal experience, I know that whatever I consistently think about is whatever tends to end up happening, whether that's a negative or a positive outcome. And this is specifically for limiting beliefs and limiting outcomes and counting myself out before the result's even there yet. So I guess one thing to remember is fear is an invitation to evolve. We would not grow if we weren't scared of the unknown, because the unknown is where growth stays. And complacency and conformity are worse than any terminal illness you could ever get. And I'm not speaking physically, I'm not talking about feelings. Obviously, it's horrible to have those conditions, but from a perspective of reaching your potential and living this life to the fullest, and whatever that means on a personal note for anyone. Because I think there's this misconception that only people that are greedy and money hungry, or just from a different background or have different goals in life that don't want to be normal, are the ones who have to be ambitious, who have to have goals, who have to be in love with the process and in love with everyday life. And normal people have to just succumb to getting a job and getting by and paying bills because that's what needs to be done. Nothing needs to be done. You have control over the aspects that you control. The uncontrollables are already there. They're unchangeable. Let's not add more stress onto the controllables and also devalue the uncontrollables because we're not embracing them. Now, this might not be the clearest concept coming out because, I might be rambling a bit. What I'm trying to say is, I am so appreciative of my feelings of fear, my feelings of insecurities. Otherwise, how would I know which direction to go? How would I know which lane needs to be refurnished? How would I know which path needs some roadworks? How would I grow? And this is really a point in my life where, I'm still young and I still feel that I have so much to learn and I have so much ahead of me. Mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, professionally, I am still a baby in my eyes because I haven't even scratched the surface of what life has to offer for me yet. And I'm speaking on a very personal note because I guess the most intimate experience I have with all these concepts is with myself. I don't want to generalize. So I want to try and keep it more specific, and then hopefully it can be interpreted and extrapolated to help others as well. That's the whole purpose of this. And evolution is not always some drastic measure, drastic concept, or drastic change. It could be a little habit. It could be you choosing that, hey, from now on, I'm gonna read 10 pages a day. I'm going to make sure I write down a plan of my day every morning and stick to that plan. Any little positive impact on your life, anything that will help you get closer to the person you want to be. We all want to be someone. We all have dreams. We all had goals before responsibilities and letdowns from our failures got in the way. The only difference between me and the person who I want to be is time, commitment, and consistency. And that's a hard concept to grasp because some days I feel like shit and I don't want to do anything. And I think I've just gotten to the point where I know that those are the days where I have to do everything. Because those are the days that solidify my belief in myself, in my goals, in my vision. And I don't want to spout the same self-help stuff you already get enough of online. I want to actually add values. I want to actually speak my mind and, go deeper than just the baseline stuff saying that, oh, the purpose comes because you're working towards it. That's a given. But when you evolve, you wake up every morning and you wake up happy. Sometimes I get 6 hours of sleep. Sometimes I get 9 hours of sleep. Sometimes I get 3 hours of sleep. But every morning I wake up with a smile on my face. Nothing. I feel like a feather. I feel like nothing can bring me down. And if I'm being honest, I don't actually completely know the whole reason as to why that is. I just know I am progressing consistently towards something. Because you can have all the planning and all the goals, but life can have something else planned for you. That's why it's always better to plan and strategize, but don't be rigid in your expectations. Move with life, but make sure you move productively. Don't let life take you places. Move with life. Be in channel with it. Be in flow with it. Just because something doesn't go your way and how you wanted it to go does not mean you still can't get where you want. There's a very thin line between failure and success. And I've been listening to Earl Nightingale a lot, and as per his infamous words, a successful man is a man who is who is realizing a worthy ideal. And that took a while to resonate with me, because I've been hearing it for 3 months now, and I've only just last week started appreciating what those words meant. Because I've just now conceptualized what a worthy ideal is to me. And I see a clear vision. And when you're able to visualize your goal, the only thing between you and your goal is time, because you've already got everything you need to be consistent, to be persistent, and to be motivated. So it's just a matter of time. I've had people in my life ask me, what's the point? What's the point of having goals, chasing goals, and trying to be better when I'm already okay with what I've got? I would say it's not about financial success. It's not about respect. It's not about social status. It all boils down to, do you feel that you've grown from the person you were yesterday? And if not, why? You've grown in age. You age every second. You know, every part of your body is aging every day. Why aren't you growing with it? And that might not be the best motivating factor or the best way to look at it, but that's what I think was meant for us. If we have this one life, and I'm regardless of your religious belief, regardless of where you think people are gonna end up after they die, you're here before you die. You know, how do you want to spend it? You've got all this potential, you've got all this ability, and you don't want to reach your fullest potential before you go. You don't want to show the people around you that you can be the best person envisioned and possible for the body that is yours, for the person that you are. There's enormous possibility no matter what you are, no matter what your skill sets, no matter what your strengths, no matter what your weaknesses. One thing to remember: the person who says they can and the person who says they can't are both right. And only once, when you understand the power behind belief and thoughts, will you understand that statement for the depth that comes with it.